Why they always feel them I run things. When I hold the crown, there is one king. Me not care when you say what you done for me. When me never take a loss, why you come for me? Oh, I don't get it, I won't stress it. Life's a lesson. Oh, they don't get the picture, they want me to change all the message. I ain't been in a better place, and my mama always told me there'll be better days. So I gotta take the risk, can't play it safe. I know they see me as the underdog anyway. I gotta pick myself up, I'm going off when the time's right. Yeah, you shining now, but I'm the one that's still your limelight. Run up the score, yeah, my reign never ends. I know it's gonna break your heart when you watch me win. I'm going. Nothing can stop me now. I'm going. I'm going. Nothing can stop me now. I'm going. You say you don't love me no more. Why you hate me? Why you touch my soul? Blame me for what I never did. I just want your love, yes I'm ready. I will win your heart back if you let me. Love too good to forget me. You got me going insane. Got me waiting in vain, yeah. I've been fighting for your heart, you know. They told me if you ever take a loss, you grow. I've been down and out, I had to fight that feeling. I had to let you go and now I'm winning. And I know I gotta pick myself up, I'm going off when the time's right. Yeah, you shining now, but I'm the one that's still your limelight. Run up this.
Red is on the beat.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the Bronx or Nothing. We are super happy to be a part of the NYYU family. You guys have seen us on live streams. You guys have been with us since last year. We truly appreciate it, man. We're happy to be here with you guys before the new year, 2 days before the new year, talking some Yankees baseball. So, Kevin?
Mario, you know P and NYYST, they say how you doing? We're gonna be like, hello, how y'all good?
Hello, Camiente. What's up, chat?
How's the chat doing? First of all, let me get some hydration, right? Hey, Mario, it's about to be New Year's, bro. Come on, man.
Nah,
Mario,
we don't drink that. We don't drink that on this side.
Man, okay.
We don't drink that.
I'll do the drinking on the app. Chat, what's up? Let's say hi to the chat record. Macho King Ra is in the chat. What's up, Medina?
Dímelo.
Anthony Garcia, de lo mío personal. How is everybody doing tonight? So, Mario, it's our first time on NYY.
Okay.
Right? So some people don't know us. So, I mean, if you want to give us a little intro, I don't know who you are, let them know what you about.
All right, so I guess I'm the younger Yankee fan of the podcast, the more optimistic one. Kevin's more he's the analytical nerd. I can't say that. Kevin, you're more the analytical guy, but I go to a ton of games during the season if you guys,
a ton or all?
Pretty much all the home games at the stadium, but man, we're gonna give you, kind of a different side of Yankees baseball. Both of us, but we're super excited to be here. Gonna figure out, what days we're gonna be on, man. But we're happy, we're excited, and right before the new year, we want to talk a little bit of Yankees baseball, get the first episode out of the way with NYYU. But yo, smack that like button, smack that likey, smacky the likey, hitty the subby, man. We're happy to be on.
Oh, man, we got 175 in here. Smack that like, guys, for me. Chicken tendies in the chat. Let's get this going. I'm Kev. You guys see me on Game Season. We had a year Bronx or Nothing on the original channel. Me and Mario met on Spaces on Twitter since I think it was 2 years ago now, right, Mario?
Yep, 2 years ago now.
We decided to go to Tampa last year. And that was a phenomenal trip, and we just clicked, and we were talking about making a podcast. Mario didn't know how much it worked. I ran other podcasts before. I have some radio experience as well. So I told Mario, let's get it. I mean, let's do it. I mean, I love the Yankees. Why not? He's at the game every single day. So it just clicked, man. And since then, we've been really good friends. And now we're here to NYYU to give you the Bronx or nothing, the Platano version of Yankees news. A lot of energy, a lot of
Hell yeah.
fandom. So ya tu sabes. So we just get this. Let's pop this off right away, Mario. Take us away. What you want to start with talking about?
Listen, first off, Kevin, don't get emotional
Oh,
on me. We got a ton of show to do, but I
hot off
think
the
I
press.
think I have to do this. I have to do this before we go into any news. I know everybody wants to see this. Listen, man. Here it is. Here it is. It might not be the baldy, completely shaved everything off, the curls and everything. So for everybody coming at me, listen, my head is cold. I got a little cold. I went outside. I wasn't wearing a beanie, so I got a little bit sick off not wearing anything. But listen, man, I told you guys I would do it. Shave the head, man. It's a new look. I'm not too crazy about it. I feel like I'm like 15 years old again. But hey,
You're gonna
man, for
you're
anything
gonna
for Juan Soto.
you're gonna start to get carded again.
Ay,
It's
Dios
not. It's not like you
mío.
still get carded.
Ay,
Let's
Dios
see it one
mío.
more time. One more time. Let's see it one more time. One more time. Let's see.
I feel bald.
Hey, a man of his
I feel
word.
bald, man. I don't like it. But
Oh,
listen,
hot off the
for the
press.
Yankees, yeah.
Let's
Dale,
go.
dale.
Hot off the press. I mean, let's get to it. I mean, a lot of guys thought Montas. I was one of them. Montas was going to be a New York Yankee. The Yankees really pushed for him to start at the end of September there last year, and I thought the Yankees was going to give him a prove-it deal. He ends up going to Cincinnati, joining Ellie over there. So are you surprised by that at all?
Nah, man, it's definitely surprising, Kevin. The Reds team, we did sweep them last year, I believe, when I was there in Cincinnati. But the fact that Montas got 16 million a year, Kevin. I mean, this market is really starting to scare me. And as a Yankee fan, you go out and trade for one of the best bats in baseball, Juan Soto. But the question was, you give away guys like King, Brito, Vasquez, Thorpe, one of our top pitching prospects. And now you're wondering what's the next move for the Yankees? Because you obviously need starting pitching. But we're at the point where, Kev, what's really out there for the Yankees to do free agency wise that really interests this fan base? That would put us over the top.
Yeah, man, and to me, I was surprised for the Reds. I could expect maybe the Mets, something like that, or another team, maybe to swoop in and get Montas. But I really thought the Yankees were gonna give him a prove it deal. I guess. I mean, looking at the price tag, maybe it was a little bit too much. That being said, there's not really much left in the free agent market. So I have a little. If you guys you're gonna want to get into our starting rotation right now and what the Yankees could potentially look at in free agency. Right now, it's Cole, Rodon, Schmidt, Will Warren, Nestor, or Hill as the fifth starter. So those two big ifs. We saw what Schmidt was last year. I think Rodon's gonna have a bounce back year. I have no doubt about that. Will Warren is an if, Nestor is an if, and Hill coming back is also a big if, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, Luis Hill, I could definitely see him going to the bullpen, but at the end of the day, you don't know what you're going to get out of Rodon and Nestor. And Rodon's here. He's not going to get traded, guys. I know. I see a ton of people, saying, I don't know what's going to happen with Rodon. He's going to be on the team either way. He might have came a little bit out of shape in spring training. We saw him there. He was telling me that he was ready to go. Maybe came back a little bit too soon, was trying to prove that, the pitcher
100%.
that he is. And
Doing all
last
the
year
shape.
was a complete wash for me, Kevin. I don't know how you feel about it, but
It was.
just the way last season was for the Yankees,
He wasn't going to
I
save the
guess,
season, so that was his best season for him to have that.
yeah, I mean, I guess you're kind of happy that, yeah, that the Yankees weren't like, I guess in a playoff push towards September. I mean, we were barely over 500, finishing 82 and 80, so that was pretty tough. But yeah, man, a lot of question marks in this rotation, and guys are getting paid, Kevin.
Yeah, and
Giolito gets 2 years from Boston, $38 million, so 19 per year. That's something that I was kind of shocked that some Yankee fans were interested in them, but I don't know. This market is crazy right now.
yeah, and right before we get into what's available in the free agents, I want to get to this super chat from the Ultimate Studio. What's up, Kevin Mario? You guys are loved and welcome here for sure. First super chat for you guys and a good one. What has five toes and isn't on your foot? My foot.
My foot.
Okay, Stelio, welcome to NYYU, brothers.
Thank you, Stelio. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Ultimate Stelio, yeah. But yeah, so what's available? I had a little game, Mario, if you want to play along here. Sign or pass. Right, I'm gonna mention some names where you're gonna say if you want to sign them or pass on them, and if you want to get into it a little bit. Obviously, Montas is not in this in that happened today. I had him on there, but Monty, what do you think about Monty? Sign or pass?
I think just the way the offseason has gone so far, that's a guy that the Yankees should definitely be looking at. But you got to think about what happened with him and the Yankees. How does he feel about the organization? You've seen some quotes here and there, but how do you how do you think he feels? Yankees traded him away for Harrison Bader, although the Yankees, yes, they did need Bader. He had a nice postseason, but what's Monty feeling? For me, it depends on the money. Is he gonna get north of 150, Kevin, for 6 years? We're talking $25 million a year, locking up another pitcher. I don't know. If it's more,
I think 5 is the max
20,
for me.
yeah, something like that. 5, but you're talking 6 years, another guy after we just got Rodon. I don't know.
I'm
But
seeing a lot
I'll
of
do something 5 years. 5 years
you're
around there.
passing or you're passing you're signing or pass.
I'm gonna have to say sign just the way the offseason's gone.
The chat is I'm seeing a lot of passes on here. And Mario, not to go against you, I think it depends on where the Yankees and Monty, how that relationship still is. One, and number two, what is he asking for? If he wants 6 and he wants north of that 160, I mean, he did have the amazing playoff run, so he does have to ask for it. I mean, this is his payday, right? So if
Yeah.
that's the price tag, I'm gonna be on the pass. I said if it's a 5-year deal, I'm all for it. This guy, funny enough, the Yankees never said that I don't think the Yankees front office ever said that he wasn't going to be a playoff pitcher. I think that came from the media. They did see it was known that they weren't going to re-sign him. Saying all that to say this, if the price tag is 6 years, 160 north, I'm going to pass on Monty. As great as he was in the playoffs, kudos to him. But also the good thing is that he did win a chip. That is the ultimate goal as a pitcher. He did have a phenomenal a playoff run. So maybe if he really does love the East Coast like he does and really wants to come back to the Yankees, maybe they can figure out a medium. But
Wait, one more thing. Do you think that I see William in the chat? Shout out to William. He says Monty will go to Boston. Do you think that's a possibility with them trading Chris Sale?
I think it's a possibility. I don't think. I mean, even though they cleared for sale, I don't see them as quiet as they've been. It would be surprising for me. I think they're more of a Snell, maybe going for Snell than Monty.
Okay.
They saw Monty a lot in our division. Monty was great. I mean, was he great? Was he good? I mean, I think he was way above average. He had a 3 RA with us every time he pitched. So I mean,
He was very solid and he
he was
eats
solid.
innings. And
But then
we kind of need that, Kevin.
and you
Take
need
that
run
into account
support
as
because
well.
he's not a shutdown guy. He's always going to
Okay.
give up your 3-4 runs, right? But are the Boston Red Sox in a position to give that run support? I don't think so either. So that's gonna be fun to see. But another two guys that a lot of people don't talk about because we have to talk about. I mean, I don't know. What do you feel on Alex Wood, sign or pass? 32-year-old from San
Pass.
Francisco.
Passed. I mean, depending on the deal, I'm not too crazy about Alex Wood.
Me neither. The,
Yankees got to go out and get a big name.
the one thing
That's
that
my
I
biggest thing.
Yeah, 100%, and we'll get to that right now. The one I'm just talking about free agents right now. The one thing I love about Alex is his ground ball rate, right? Ground balls are always lovely. Alex Wood, there it is. It's not a lot of red as the Savannah's pulled up there. But yeah, you see that ground ball percentage there, and you see the hard hit percentage. You see the barrel percentage is not also something you want to see there that high either. But that being said, that's what's available on free agent. That's what could be cheap. You could get him on a cheap deal, and a guy with a 4 ERA being your fifth starter, it's not bad. Another guy is you can pronounce his name because I always butcher it. Julio who?
Julio Tehran.
There you go.
Julio Tehran's ERA what? Was north of
4.4,
4?
north
Okay.
of 4, but his whip is 1.1, which is what I like. Guys, he doesn't walk guys. Walks kill you. We all know that. Those are the guys that are in free agency. I don't think that the Yankees are going to go after Snell. So these are the two guys that maybe are left that the Yankees could potentially get on a cheap deal. That's another guy looking at his savant that, yeah, nothing jumps out at you, right? Except that he doesn't walk as many guys, which is something that I love. So, yeah, man. Now we can go on. If the Yankees don't get anything on the free agent side, we can go into the trade market. There's been a lot of
Definitely the
noise.
guys that Yankee fans would be interested in.
Correct.
Free agency wise, Snell, you don't really hear much about him in the Yankees. Monty, yeah, he was a Yankee, and Yankee fans just feel like, listen, this guy's gonna get north of 150. We're not willing to give him that because we just paid Rodon. Montas off the list, Alex Wood and Tehran. I wouldn't mind them if it was after we get one of these guys that we're gonna talk about, but not as the next, the next move, I guess.
Yeah, and right before we get into the free agent, the trade, the trade rumors, let's
Okay,
say
yeah.
Ra Thompson, shout out to Ra, one of our de lo mío
My guy,
personales.
Rod Thompson.
Que lo que, manito? Yankees need to treat Rodon and Cortez like they're not going to be available. The Yankees put too much faith in certain players having bounce back years. Have to get a starting pitcher. Ya lo sabe. 100% Rod. We were talking about this in our chat. You're adding one of the pieces that we're going to talk about now, either Bieber or Burns, gives you the fifth starter that you can play around with, right? You don't want to go into ifs on your fourth and fifth starter because we know Clark Schmidt is going to be part of that rotation. So you got Rodon, Cole, and Schmidt. But Will Warren is an if. Beater is an if. Who's on the 40 man? Will Warren isn't. So Beater's on the 40 man. And Nestor and Hill, they're both ifs. So you can't have two ifs or three ifs in your starting rotation. Cannot happen. But let me ask you, Mary, what do you think about Bieber or Burns?
I'm definitely interested in Shane Bieber. Burns would definitely be a guy that I think there's a possibility with both. I think Bieber wouldn't cost as much, but Bieber is a guy that interests me.
Let's clarify that. You think the Yankees could get both Bieber and Burns, BB?
I don't think they get both. I don't think they get both. That's just where we're at in the offseason. Would I like both? Absolutely.
Okay.
Make the Yankees a top 3 team in baseball, in my opinion. But they would have to trade away a lot for Burns. And then that's why the Yamamoto signing to the Dodgers really, really messed us up, because it was Yamamoto all offseason until it wasn't. And he played us, man, definitely. I feel some Yankee fans they don't know how they truly feel, about did the Yankees really offer him, enough? If the Yankees offered 325, was he going to come here? I don't think so. I mean, he says he wanted to be a Dodger, so listen.
That's my thing.
The guy's in LA.
He said it himself that Tiny didn't push that seemed like he wanted to be a Dodger. I said this before. He wanted to be his own guy or not. I guess everybody was mistaken because it was a lot of push. We weren't the only people thinking that he was going to end up being in pinstripes right here in the Bronx. So
let me do a super chat. Let me do a super chat real quick. Our guy Stelio again. Can we honestly blame these starting pitchers to ask for too much money? Every time we face a mediocre or bland pitcher, we make them look like a Cy Young contender. I hate to see Monty in Boston. I would hate to see Monty in Boston too. And that Colorado series, and then the JMO shutting us down in Yankee Stadium was like 8 innings, and then that was a
got lost and
disaster.
fired.
Yeah,
JMO got lost and fired.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was ugly, man. Super ugly.
But yeah, man, I mean, do you think we can get both? I mean, listen, what I like about Bieber, I don't think Bieber's going to cost a lot. Burns maybe a little more than Bieber, but they're both 1-year deals. There you guys see this. Another thing I love about Bieber is his ground ball ratio. I mean, that's something that you can't like. I love guys who are ground ball pitchers. Guy doesn't walk a lot either. I love that as well, Mario. He's had some big spots in the playoffs. I think he was part of that. Was it Tampa Bay and the Cleveland Guardians when they went like 15 scoreless? I think he was the starting pitcher there. He won 7 or 8. So the guy has proved himself in the playoffs. Yeah, those are big names there. Bieber or Burns. I think Burns will cost more, but there's still 1-year deal. Maybe not as much.
Definitely Burns will cost more than Bieber, but
the Yankees have to get one of those two. We'll get on to Dylan Cease now because I know I see it on the chat. A lot of people love Dylan Cease. I love Dylan Cease as well. But I think the more attainable is Bieber or Burns. But what do you think, Mario? How you feel the Yankees feel on Cease?
I just think Cease is there's definitely a possibility with Dylan Cease, but you're talking, if you don't want to give up a guy like Jason Dominguez, you're talking Spencer Jones. And where do you see him as a Yankee fan right now? I'll ask the chat this. Where do you guys see him? Is he going to be with the team this coming season? Is he going to be here next season if the Yankees don't re-sign or extend Juan Soto? That's a question you got to ask. So Dylan Cease is going to cost you your top prospects. Talking about Hampton as well. That's another guy, another pitching prospect. That would mean the Yankees move on from Thorpe and Hampton in the same offseason. Do you think the Yankees front office is going to do that? Me personally, I don't think so, but that's why I don't think Dylan Cease is is a real possibility. I think there's a slight chance, but I don't know, man. I don't know at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might cost a position player as well. And I see Jones in the chat, and we talked about it in our chat. I know Dane's here as well. I mean, they're talking about center field and what Jason It's not. Jason Dominguez is not going to end up being the 100% center fielder. He's playing center field now. He's more of a corner outfield guy. But I'm the type of person that I say we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We have to get there first. We have to get this team into Yankee glory first. We have to get this team back in the playoffs, back in the ALCS before we even start thinking about who's going to play center field. Guys, I can't fucking play a center field for you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
For us. So that being said, I do want if it's there, if it's going to cost Spencer Jones and maybe a few other guys, you're getting Cease for 2 years, right? That gives you your legitimate number 2 guy for 2 years. With Matt Blake, who Matt Blake is a wizard, and we'll get into Matt Blake.
Less pressure on Rodon as well. I wanted to mention that too.
Less pressure on Rodon's. And then that moves Clark Schmidt to your 4th starter. And if Nestor is better than what he was, Nestor would be the 4th and Clark Schmidt your 5th. So that's not a bad rotation. And that's a rotation I'll take 9 times out of 10. If the Yankees can't get Bieber Burns, they have to try and get Dylan Cease. I think it just makes too much sense. And you're getting 3 guys with 200 plus strikeouts with Rodon, Cole, and Cease. I mean,
the walks is the only thing that's the turnoff for a lot of fans. I think it's the walks, Kevin.
Yeah,
these lineups in the AL East are phenomenal. Baltimore's on the come up. You don't really know with Boston, but they still got Devers. Tampa Bay is gonna find a way. Toronto, even though they've been kind of quiet this offseason, you know how it is with Toronto, man. They got guys that can swing.
You think he's gonna walk more than Will Warren?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's my thing.
That's true. Fair enough. That is
the argument that I make. It's like, do I believe in the prospects that we have in the pitch? Yes, I do, but you can't go into that. It's too much pressure. You don't want to pressure these young guys coming up day one and they have to perform. No, they should be able to come in the 5th or spot start and do their thing. And we have 2 more that the Yankees have always been in talks with the Marlins. There are Sharp and Luzardo, and they are shopping Cabrera. Those are 2 other names in the Yankees, but I do know that they really love Glaber. If Glaber has to be in one of those deals, I think the Yankees might go all in this year with Glaber, so I don't see them moving that. But
and just let him walk towards the end of the season
Luzardo
or after the season's over.
Correct. Yep. Luzardo and Cabrera are 2 names that I really like as well. I don't know about you.
Luzardo's definitely going to cost more. That's what I'm really thinking about right now. We're talking about trades. Luzardo's definitely going to cost more compared to Cabrera.
Yeah.
And my thing is, listen, if the Yankees front office is willing to give away, their top guys for a guy like Jesus Luzardo, yeah, the Yankees have been interested in him for a while now.
Look at that.
I would definitely be interested, but I think Cabrera, again, kind of like Shane Bieber against Burns, what's the most likely? I think it'd probably be Edward Cabrera.
Yeah, even though the reports are now on Luzardo, I don't know why. But if the Yankees could, and the thing is, I think Luzardo's on his 2nd or 3rd arbitration, so he's going to command about $9 million. So, those are all potential guys that I think the Yankees have to be in on. Every guy we mentioned in the trade market look way better than Alex Wood and Julio Teheran. So
that's like emergency. You just need
right?
him to pitch. Yeah, okay.
I got it. Okay, I got Tejera. Well, no. But yeah, those guys, the trade market is where, and normally that's where this guy Brian Cashman, I almost forgot his name, right? Because he's been quiet for a while.
Brian
Cashman is known for his trade, so he's had a bad run, like last few trades. But can he flip the switch now? I think Verdugo was a great trade. I think what he did with the Dodgers was great too. We'll get into our bullpen now with Victor Gonzalez and Vivas. So yeah, Mary, I think the Yankees have to be in on they's trade on the guys that are left. But let me get to a few super chats here. We have
super chats. I was about to say
Adam with Adam Heyman with the Yankees need to save money to re-sign Cole. So I think everybody has mentioned this in a while. The Yankees just have to add an additional year to the end of his contract, and that cancels out the opt-out. So the Yankees don't have to spend extra money. They're just going to add the extra year, which makes 100% sense.
And he's not. I know some Yankee fans are like, oh, the way that they're operating, the front office has been operating. He's going to ask, to leave. No, the Yankees are going to add the extra year. 100%. He loves being a Yankee. He said it, multiple times to the media. So it's not going to be an issue. The Yankees just add that extra year, so it'll be a 10-year instead of a 9-year deal, and that's fine. And then I see Rich thoughts on Bauer. Kevin, I want to hear your thoughts because I know Yankees Twitter has kind of been in a frenzy. Okay, Yankees Twitter has been in a little bit of a frenzy today with Chris Sale getting traded out of Boston, and who's left? Even though the Yankees were never in on Chris Sale, what's going to happen with the starting pitching, Kevin? Because that's what that is what all Yankee fans are focused on right now. Because listen, it's January in 2 days, and then the next month is spring training, and we still don't know what this rotation is going to look like. And you just got Juan Soto in an all-in year. That's why Yankee fans are so frustrated.
There's three big things when it comes to Trevor Bauer. Number one, we all know his history with Cole. I don't want Cole to feel uncomfortable. Cole is your ace. Cole is a come on. We don't want to mess with that with Cole right now. Is it true that they were able to put that away? I don't think so. I mean, we all know how Bauer is, as good as he is as a pitcher, and we're not going to get into his whatever he did off the field. That's number two. I don't want that to drag into the Yankees. I don't want the Yankees players having to talk to the media about what do you think about the Yankees getting Bauer? What do you think about this or that? Whatever happened outside, keep politics and baseball apart. So that's number two. Number three is he hasn't pitched in the major leagues in 2 years. And now I know he pitched in Japan and he looked good in Japan. And a lot of these players we saw in the WBC look okay against major league pitchers. So could he have a bounce back year? He's going to be cheap. Those are the green lights for Trevor Bauer. But remember, he comes with a lot of baggage. And do the Yankees want to deal with that in the New York media? I don't think so, Mario. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I mean, I do not think so. I think they rather get like Julio, Tehran, or Alex Wood at that point. And I'm dead serious. The only thing I would be excited about Trevor Bauer is like the vlogs. Him and Garrett Cole, the vlogs would be kind of fun. But
if they really put it their beef aside and it's a possibility again, but that's also a conversation you have to have with your team, right? Because some people feel a certain way. We all know I don't want to get into it, but those are conversations. I think that's a team decision, honestly.
Yeah, Macho King, New York will chew Bauer up. I agree. I think the media after one tough start at Yankee Stadium, especially the year that the Yankees getting Juan Soto. Now the fact of the matter is you got to go out and you got to win a World Series. That's what you're saying to all your fans. Last year was inexcusable, should never happen. And we went to go get one of the best bats in baseball. And you go get Trevor Bauer when Yankee fans were looking forward to Yamamoto. I don't know how you're going to really sell that to the fan base. I know some fans would be, oh, Trevor Bauer, he's pitched in the MLB before, but
we got the wrong guy from the Japan League.
Yeah, for real, man. You got the wrong guy.
Yo, shout out to Truth Yankee says Juan Soto will bring sabor to the New York Yankees 100%. There will be a lot of adobo in Yankee Stadium this year.
And shout out to Slim Lewis. Bronx or nothing, much respect. Thank you for the super chat, my guy. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, we still have 277, but we only have what's that, 30 likes? Come on, let's smack that likey.
Oh no, 106. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that one.
Okay.
I didn't see that one. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, let's keep smacking that like. And hitting the sub if you haven't. I think I believe we are about 2 away from 22.5. So Mario, we went over the starting rotation. We went over the trading possibilities. We got the Bauer because Bauer always comes up every 3-4 days. What do you think? I want to give the flowers to Matt the Wizard Blake, because that's one thing that he's been able to transform guys when they come over here. And this is why I wasn't worried about losing Brito. I wasn't worried about losing Randy Vasquez, because we got a glimpse of your cousin, Yoandry Gomez, right? Against the Blue Jays, struck out 4 in 2 innings, right?
Yep.
We got Victor Gonzalez from the Dodgers. I believe he's going to be better under Matt Blake. We got Jerry De Los Santos, who people completely forgot, from the Pirates.
Another sinker baller.
Another sinker guy with a 1.1 whip under Matt Blake. I love it. And then we got, who the fuck is this guy? Cody Morris. I know, Mario, you know about him. But
I know a little bit about him. Got some outs against the Yankees, 2022, which, listen, against this offense isn't really a huge accomplishment. But listen, that team was in the playoffs. Didn't have a great year last year. ERA over 6, only pitched in 6 games. But listen, at the end of the day, you traded for Cody Morris. You gave them Esteban Florial. And let's be real, we know our guy Pete, the boss, how he feels about Esteban Florial. Okay. Listen, he didn't really have a spot on this team. The Yankees never really gave him an opportunity. They would call him up for 6 games or a week here and there, or for a game or 2, and then they would send him right back down. That's kind of the route that they're putting Peraza in right now. I don't want to, put the kid down either, but that looks like that's the way he's going right now. He's really tanking his value, but
Peraza's definitely on the naughty list when it comes to the Yankees for sure. I don't know what he did,
Yep.
His glove is phenomenal. I just hope he has a bounce back year. I think the Yankees are looking to move him. But yeah,
They,
Mario.
they have to move an infielder at this point, man.
Yeah,
And it's not Rizzo, and I doubt it's LeMahieu unless,
it might
you
be
know,
Rizzo. You don't know.
Cash is working in
Those are
silence.
1 year guys. Those are 1 year deals, man. You never know when you're on your last deal, your contract. You never know if you're going to be moved or not. I mean, I get he's friends with Rizzo. I get people push that in there all the time, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for your team, man. We're trying to win, or we're trying to have buddies here. What are we trying to do? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
But
true.
we got 2 guys coming back. I mentioned Luis Hill earlier, but Scott Efros, he's coming back, and he's coming back to the
He
pen.
may
So
he may just be the closer next year.
we
He'll definitely get some
wait.
closing opportunities.
You're looking away from your boy Holmes.
I'm not saying I'm looking away from my boy Holmes. It's more of the Yankees do a closer by committee. You know how it is. You know how it is with Booney Bubbles that
Ay, Dios mío.
they don't like to go back-to-back days with these certain guys, especially super early in the season. There's gonna be, I mean, I think Marinaccio closed a game last season early in April. I mean, that's just how it is with the Yankees. They don't really commit to one closer until they kind of have to towards the end of the year. But
They kind of committed to Holmes, right? I mean
yeah,
that Miami game has me traumatized with and I
yeah,
was in Miami, by the way, guys. So that game has me traumatized with Clay Holmes. But yeah, man, Scott Efros coming back. He does have the stuff, so I'm not worried about the bullpen. The starting rotation is the number one thing. And could the Yankees then make their bullpen even stronger if they're not able to get those starting rotation pieces? But like I said, there's too many ifs. The Yankees do have to be very active in the trade market. Mario, we talked about this briefly, about the bench. You already mentioned Peraza. I know Cabrera's in there. DJ LeMahieu is probably going to be a guy that plays 100, 120 games. I think that's going to be interesting to see. The Yankees did get Jeter Downs and Vivas. Do you see any of those guys making maybe the 26 man?
I mean, I can see Vivas being possibly a guy if somebody in the infield goes down, God forbid, injury to Glaber or something like that. But I could definitely see him being maybe the second baseman in 2025. I don't think that the Yankees would put him as the second baseman right away. I mean, listen, you never know what really happened in spring training. We didn't think Volpe was going to make the team. Also, Volpe was a top prospect for the Yankees for a long time now. But nah, I mean, the Jeter Downs move is he'll probably start the year at AAA and Vivas as well.
Yeah. I think those are depth pieces. I mean, you're gonna be moving guys. I think the Yankees do that because they're gonna move some guys. I mean, the next trade, it's definitely gonna require some position players. Some guys like Cabrera or Peraza who have been up here for a while. The Yankees
100%.
still have 5 fucking catchers and the 40 man. That's another thing as well. Carlos Narvaez, Agus Ramirez is still there. Cole's buddy Ben Rovret. That's it's gonna be interesting what they do. How do you feel about a
They
Gio
have
Urshela reunion? That's
before we
been
get
okay.
into that, they have a lot of work to do when it comes to the catching department, Kevin. I don't know if you want to get into this real quick, but
Let
we
me
kind
just
of
get to
talked
the super
about.
chat.
Okay, dale,
Scott
dale.
says this old guy needs to. I'm not gonna. This old guy needs to meet both of you guys at the event. Shout out to you guys. Yes, the event
We
April
got you, man. We'll
20th.
be there.
The bobblehead. Both me and Mary are gonna be there. NYYU is gonna be there. I think Pete mentioned it a bunch of times. They added another 90 tickets. It's gonna be huge. So I can't wait to see you guys over there. We also have David Messier with a super chat here. Honestly, Peraza, Cabrera, Pereira, for example, we have too many players that don't really have spots. Tired of hearing Cashman say we couldn't come to a package. We have too many players
Blocked for
for
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have too
Yeah,
many
no,
players blocked for
he's
you.
a
I'm
hundred.
sorry.
He's 100% right. And Pete and I spoke about this with kind of Cabrera or excuse me, Peraza and Pereira. I mean, where are these guys gonna play? You just gonna let Peraza get a couple of bats here and there throughout the week? I don't know what's really gonna happen with him. You gotta believe that they're gonna be trading an infielder. Definitely not Rizzo. Definitely not DJ
You
LeMahieu
keep saying
unless.
definitely not Rizzo. I don't want to hear that because listen, man, maybe not a trade, but listen, hold
Let's be
on.
real. The Yankees are banking on
It,
Anthony Rizzo to have a bounce
but
back
you
year.
have
Let's
to
be real.
understand. But you have to understand this. You're gonna go in this season again. We said it last year. Remember, I told you with the if with John Donaldson.
Yep.
Right. So you're going again this year with the if of Rizzo, with the if of John Carlos Stanton, who now is clearly he's been for the last year and a half because the second half of 2022 he wasn't great. He just had a few playoff home runs. So you're
Okay.
gonna go with those two big ifs, who are the medium of your lineup. A lot of guys Pete had him batting fourth. That's another discussion of the batting order we can have. I can't see myself putting Giancarlo over Gleyber Torres as a cleanup hitter, even though I think the Yankees is going to roll that out in the beginning of the year. But
I wouldn't do it, but the Yankees, you best believe Giancarlo is going to be hitting fourth in the order. If
so
it, I don't
now,
see them. I don't see them moving him down to 7. I just think it's something with he's making more money than Gleyber, whatever the case may be. Is Gleyber Torres a better hitter right now? Yeah. But if, what is so? Let me ask you this question real quick. If Giancarlo's hitting 190 and it's mid-July, Kevin, he's having another year like he
get
did
the
last year.
fuck out of here.
What are you doing? What are you doing if you're the Yankees?
What? I'm making
If
him
he's hitting
sprint to right
190.
field so he could pull his groin and he's out for
Ay, Dios mío, loco, colo suave. Tampoco así.
He's getting more
Tampoco así.
flexible, Mario. I don't know, man. Who knows? I think, listen, it's gonna suck to see if Giancarlo ends up tailing off his career. That normally never happens. He's gonna hit 500 home runs soon. So normally these guys will give you 1 or 2 more years before they're completely done, where they have an okay year. Giancarlo needs to have that this year. I'm not counting him out, but you can't go into now with a big if with him and Rizzo. If you had Gio's cheap. We know he can hit. We know he can hit in October. We all love Gio, right? Thank you for pulling up his savant there. So that being said, if you bring Gio in, that lets you slide DJ LeMahieu into first base. Now you could, if you want to trade Rizzo, or if Rizzo's not ready. If Rizzo, we don't know the long-term effects of that concussion, bro. That he could be done. We don't know that. We're only
Let's be real, but the Yankees are 100% banking on him, and they're banking on Giancarlo. Do they think he's gonna hit 190 again with his OPS? It was like at 700. I think it got under 700 at one point. That's how bad it was. He was at like what? 710, 720 OPS for guys making north of $30 million a year. The Yankees are banking on it. And for me, this is the way I feel about Giancarlo. I'm going to try to be as patient as I can. He can do whatever he wants in spring training. I got to see what it looks like in the regular season. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to, go off on him if he has, the first month isn't great. But, dude, Jason Dominguez, we can get into that real quick. There's reports coming out that he might be ready earlier than we think. And if he's ready, Kevin, I'm sorry. He's got to be playing. He's got to be in the lineup and leading off.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, we can get into the batting order now. I mean, listen, I love the Gio reunion. I think that would be great. I mean, especially if the Yankees, hold on. Even if the Yankees do move Peraza or Cabrera in a trade, then you could bring him in because DJ will become that guy that you move around, right? And you need a third baseman. Right. That being said, guys, I think we're 1 sub away from 22.5. Guys, please smack that like and hit that sub if you haven't.
Hit the subby, dale.
Yeah, Mario. But yeah, speaking of Jason, Boone said that he might be another guy in just spring training. So that is really big news. If he's gonna be ready working out in spring training, could we see Jason Dominguez in May or June?
I think that's definitely a possibility. The Yankees will definitely take it slow with him. Kev, if we see him hitting BP in spring training,
Ay, Dios mío.
I mean, I can't even imagine what the fan base is going to feel. The pressure will be even, the boos, the pressure, all of it will be even higher on Giancarlo, in my opinion. Because that's the guy you were telling me, before we got on there that you think that it's going to be, Soto is going to be getting the DH days, and it's going to be Verdugo, Jason, and Judge in the outfield. So we'll see.
Give DH days to everybody. So
100%. Judge too. Coming off that toe, you have to definitely give him at least 1 a week, possibly 2.
But let's get into a little bit about with the batting order. So I mean, we've all everybody's saying smarter Yankees. We say that all the time, right? If we go Yankees route, DJ, as much as it hates me, but that's not what I want. That's not what you want. That's not what Pete wants. That's not what none of us want. Everybody's saying it's Verdugo. If Jason's healthy, we know Jason should be cleanup. I mean, Jason should be the leadoff. Sorry,
insert him in perfectly right when he's ready to go. So that shouldn't be a problem.
So another thing is people don't know Trent Grisham has reverse splits. He has much better numbers against left-handed pitching than right-handed. So I believe that should be the leadoff guy, not DJ when it's a left-handed pitcher. They have similar on base. I think DJ hits a little better than him, but the on base is still the same. Guys, DJ LeMahieu is finito. Look at his legs. Go look at his speed there and his base running. We can't have that as our leadoff guy. You don't want DJ at first and Soto rip a double and that dude's at third base when Trent Grisham could have scored, right? Or Trent Grisham could have stole the base and then scored on a single. Like I mean, as much as we love the home run ball, that's not going to happen every day. Now you got guys like Verdugo, Soto, guys who are going to be ripping that ball into into those gaps, splitting the cheeks, as they say. So they're going to see a lot more double. Mario,
Pause,
you're
man.
gonna see
Come on, ¿qué es lo que te pasa?
¿qué es lo que pasa ahí? You're gonna be seeing a lot more doubles. So you can't have DJ LeMahieu in that leadoff spot. I'm sorry. I want to see Doogie and Trent until Jason's healthy. Then you see a mix of Verdugo and Jason.
That's a little bit of an unpopular opinion with Trent Grisham, but the reverse splits. That's when you brought that up to me. I was definitely interested. But Verdugo, well, he leads the league, or he's top 5 in the league in doubles in the past 3 years, something like that.
Yep.
And that's why I know that Yankee fans aren't too crazy about him because he came from Boston. But if you look at it, obviously Soto is the biggest move of the offseason so far. But do not sleep on the Alex Verdugo move, man. I know he had this thing with the Yankee fans. He said he wanted to shave his beard. He's excited. And listen, he wants to. I feel that he feels disrespected by Boston, and he wants to prove a lot of people wrong. And on top of that, we can get into this later, Kevin, but he's the guy that has to get paid. He wants to get paid.
Yep.
So going into his last year of his deal, we'll see what happens. Maybe he's hungry, and maybe he has a huge year leading off for the Yankees, and we'll see what happens.
Last 3 years for Verdugo, 32 doubles, hitting 289. 39 doubles, hitting 280, 37 doubles, hitting 264. We're all on base north of 325, 351 in one of those years. Verdugo is a huge upgrade in this lineup. You had out there IKF, you had Cabrera at days. Go look at and another thing, guys love to talk about defense. Guys, look at this. Look at him play the corners. Look at his numbers. If you're positive in DRS, you're a slightly better average outfielder. So that's it. You make the play if it's hit to you. You can't assume that you're gonna have guys out there like Randy Rosarena, Robin hits all left and right. That doesn't happen.
Or Jose Siri, that electric. That
you maybe have, but look what you get with Jose Siri's bat. And so I mean, so that's what I'm saying. You're only gonna have a handful of guys who are elite defenders and great hitters, and those we all know who they are. You can have a guy who's solid in the outfield but has great on base. And again, that's something that the Yankees were dead last, I think, when it comes to doubles last year, or if not, them and the A's. So now you get that. You get Juan Soto as well. You get two guys that have pop and on base guys. Man, this is a huge upgrade for this lineup. But we cannot let I call Giancarlo Stanton the unfortunately the black hole. Like, he sucks everything, and you can't have him batting cleanup. That's gonna mess up everything. And Rizzo, who are we gonna get with Rizzo? So the Yankees have to put that shit aside. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, and you're gonna make the batting order the way it should be done. Everybody knows whoever's hot, that's who you put on there. I don't care how much you're making. When Girardi was there, when Joe Torre was there, if you weren't hitting, you were dropped. And let's say if Giancarlo's hitting 6th or 7th, will it hurt? Maybe that takes pressure off him. Maybe he has a bounce back year. You never know, but you're never gonna know unless you do it. So stop respecting these guys just because they make money. It gets a point in your career where you're going to get smacked in the face and you got a countdown like Rocky. Either you're going to come back up or you're going to stay down. But we're not going to fucking baby you. I'm sorry. We're not going to put you in cleanup. I'm sorry, guys. I want to live that there.
No, you're good. I see the chat that's like, getting some Verdugo hate. And listen, I get why he had an attitude problem. Maybe he just needed a change of scenery. He wasn't liking the way Alex Cora was managing. And I'm sure some of you guys might like the way Cora manages, might not like it. But the fact of the matter is, change of scenery could be good for a guy like him. And I'm not saying he's going to be a long-term Yankee. I'm saying that, listen, he's got 1 year here. I think there's a possibility if Jason's ready early, they might flip him at the deadline for a reliever, or maybe a guy that's going to eat innings for us, down the stretch if he's not doing too great. But if he is, how could that hurt? If he's helping, if he's leading off, you put him right into the leadoff spot. He's hitting doubles here and there, whatever. Playing average defense in left field, bro, I'll take it. I'll take it for what we gave up.
People need to stop. Like, the Yankees haven't had guys with bad attitude before. Like go look back. If you guys are young, go look back at some Yankee documentaries. Chad Curtis wasn't a locker guy. Him and Jeter got into it a few times. Chuck Knobloch at the end of his career wasn't great. The Yankees had Darryl Strawberry. Yankees had a plethora of guys that weren't great in the locker room, but if they performed in the field, nobody cared. You gotta listen when you put those pinstripes on. I truly believe, and look how giddy he was on his Zoom call The man
He's
shaved
ready.
right away, took a picture, uploaded it to his social media. It's a guy that you hate to play against, but you love to have, because I think when he's on your team, he's going to go all out. And that's what you should care about. Forget about the past. He's in the pinstripes now. Worry about what he does this year moving forward. Guys, it's about to be 2024. It's 2024 for NYU, but it's about to be 2024 for all of us. Let's leave that shit in the past. Let's worry about what the fuck Doogie does now moving forward.
Shout out to Ambiotics with the super chat. Burns and
Ambiotic.
Bieber should be at our target right now. If Cleveland trading Class A, ask them for J-Ram too. I mean, I don't think they would trade J-Ram
Diablo,
away.
Ambiotti.
That's
Pero
like
ven
a
acá,
that's
Ambiotti,
like
you
a
have some
very
little guy right now, Ambiotti. You asking for J-Ram too? But if we could get J-Ram, olvídate de eso. He's on such a team-friendly deal. I don't think.
Yeah, you would have to give up the moon and the stars for him, and I don't think they're interested in trading him away. I don't know. Maybe something happens with the clubhouse there in a couple of years, but I don't think he's a possibility. But listen, Class A and Bieber, that could be a deal that might interest the Yankees if they don't think Clay Holmes is their closer. Possibly, but nah, man, I'm excited for Doogie. Again, like Truth always says, Alex Verdugo will be a good leadoff hitter. And I totally
somebody
agree,
saying
man.
that
I'm excited.
a bench clearing ball incoming. Like, I mean, I don't remember the last time that happened in the Yankees dugout. I mean, but listen, Bryce Harper got into it with Papelbon. Didn't you want Bryce Harper?
Everybody wanted Bryce
Has
Harper.
Bryce Harper had a brawl in Philly?
Different players, though, different level players. But I get where you're coming from.
The intensity, and the guys thought he was a bad guy. I mean, I get what you're saying, Mario. But still, those are guys. Again, when you put those pinstripes on, bro, when you see the legends in that hallway, when you get to see Derek Jeter walking by, when you get to see those guys walking in and out, it changes your perspective. I'm sorry, Boston, but you don't have that. Yeah, you only have Big Papi, de lo mío, Papi, pero tú hablas mucho. Yeah. But yeah, man. But that being said, Mario, let's go, man. I think Dewey's gonna be fine. Shout out to the chat. We still have 300 plus in here. Let's smack that like. You hit that sub.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Did we get to 22.5? If not, smack that sub. We got a lot of stuff coming for you, Mario. I know you have a little. What was it? Little
rapid fire.
Yeah.
Or would you want? Okay, you want to do the rapid fire? And all right, that's perfect. So on September 1st, right? What's the Yankees outfield gonna be looking like?
September 1st.
Shy, you can answer this too if you like.
September 1st.
September 1st. We will be home against St. Louis. What's the outfield gonna be?
Oh, home against St. Louis. I mean, it does depend about splits. We're not being technical here, but I do think it's gonna be.
What do you think?
It's gonna be Verdugo, Jason, Judge, or Judge and Soto, and one of them is gonna DH. I don't think Giancarlo will be in the lineup.
Okay, that's a hot take from you. I still think it's gonna be
unless they
Soto.
flip Verdugo.
Yeah, which I think they're probably gonna do. It's gonna be Soto.
If he's raking, you really want to flip him?
Listen,
and the Yankees are hot.
That's a great problem to have. That's why I think he could. Maybe they can get a lot from him. But if he's raking like that, Kevin, there's a chance he might stay. There's a chance he could stay and just lead off. But
22.5.
22.5. I wish I had
Chicken tendies in the chat. Chicken tendies in the NYYU.
The soundboard.
22.5. Yeah, we're working on a soundboard.
Yo, Zach G, come on. Cabrera, Ferreira, and Grisham.
Oh, hell
nah, man, we can't have that. Nah, we can't have
That's
that.
What you could have had. That's what you could have had. Listen, Gilbert
man,
Medina says Verdugo will be our next Nick Swisher.
Okay.
Guys, bring the adobo in the dugout. That dugout was like pure. Come on, let's be honest. It was boring.
Yeah, it was boring last year.
Now you're adding Soto.
No flavor.
Now you're adding Verdugo. You got a lot of flavor in that lineup right now. Okay, so let's go.
2 more questions.
No,
2 more questions for you. All right. So the first 4 starters against the Houston Astros. What's it looking like? And what? Give me the exact order.
Wait.
What do you think it's gonna be?
Repeat that again, because I was looking at my phone.
The first 4 starters for the opening week, the opening series against Houston, for games 1, 2, 3, and 4. Who's it gonna be?
Cole Bieber, Rodon Schmidt.
You think so? Okay.
I think the Yankees gonna end up getting Bieber. Would I love to get Cease or Burns? 100%. I think Bieber is the cheapest one. This is why I think they're gonna end up getting Bieber.
Okay, and one last question. What is the next move for the New York Yankees? Signing, trade, whatever you think it's gonna be. What do you think the next move is gonna be?
I think the Yankees are gonna sign one of the guys that we said, maybe for a cheap deal. But But looking at the market, man, now that I think about it, if I had to make a bet, it'd probably be a trade. I'll go trade.
100%. This market's insane. I mean, guys like Jack Flaherty, they're getting paid. What do you get paid? 14 million a year. It's crazy. And the Giolito deal was crazy to me. And then see him Montas, he got 1 year. Guy didn't even throw what 2 innings last year. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and look at what he got.
Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks could be a deal the Yankees can make soon. We didn't really talk about that. I mean, we could real quick if you want, Kevin. Just how Josh Hader wants 5 years. You know, Edwin Diaz kind of money. He wants crazy money, and then
Get the fuck out of here. Let's be honest.
Jordan
bro.
Hicks.
Do you think we need Jordan Hicks is a guy that's been mentioned a lot, so I think he does end up being a Yankee as well. But when it comes to Hader, listen, as Jordan Hicks, I mean, look at his savant. Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah.
I don't think he says don't put me in that inning, right? I don't think he says I don't want more than 4 outs. I don't think he's a guy that says that, right? Listen, when I hear pitchers talk like that, I don't even want them in the clubhouse anymore. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have that mentality. You think Mariano Rivera ever told Joe Torre, don't bring me out in the fucking eighth?
Hell no.
Like, that's not the mentality you're supposed to have. If you're a major league baseball player, if you can't get like I saw a beautiful quote from I think who was it talking about David Wells, that when a guy made an error, David Wells was like, if I can't get out of a clean inning with a guy on first, then I shouldn't belong in the major leagues. If you're a guy that can't pitch in the eighth inning, if you're a guy who can't get out of they bring you in a tough spot and you can't get out. Listen, it's not going to happen all the time, right? But if you limit the damage, you did your job done. You got your job done. So
I want guys that are going to be like,
I don't want that.
Yeah, when Boone calls your number, you're ready to go. Period. That's the guys that I want on my team. If it's an all-in year, I don't want to deal with, the extra stuff that I don't want to pitch on this day or whatever. And listen, the Yankees do plenty of rest, so it's not going to be like you're sore or something, bro. If you say you're sore, you'll be on the 100-day IL at that point, bro. You're not going to pitch for a while. So listen, when your number's called, dale.
Hader is a diva. Kevin, you're preaching. Hader has never pitched. Oh, Ambioti said Hader has never pitched 4 outs. I mean, listen.
And in October, you're going to have to need that out of your guys that are lights out. If you want to win a World Series.
Ask Bochy.
Yep.
Leclerc, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Who thought Leclerc was going to come out? Like, come on. You need to be able to have
spores like that. Yep.
You can't have that attitude. You can't have that mentality. As much as we sit here and we talk about attitude, that also is important. You want to make that kind of money and you want to rules and regulations, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's crazy, man.
And do you really want a guy whose mentality is in October in a 4-out situation, he doesn't want the ball unless it's the 9th? You really want that guy? You really gonna trust your season on that guy? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. Definitely don't want any of that. Any part of that. If he's talking 5 years, over 100 million, no. I saw Chapman in the chat got 5 years, 90. Well, I guess the Dodgers, they have all that deferred money, they can go out and pay him. But Ronnie, thank you, bro. Happy New Year to you too, man. Kevin, anything else?
We did have one for the Ultimate Stelio had a one, and we passed it. But I got to hear 2 important questions, Mary. I'll let you answer this. 2 important questions for you guys and for the chat. 1, what should the home run celebration be for the Yankees? And 2, what should the walk-off celebration be? Also, Aaron Judge is a gift from God. 100% he is. He's a fallen angel.
He is 100%. The home run celebration, I don't know. No home run jacket though, please. Please, no home run jacket. I don't want any part of that. I don't know, bro. I guess they think about that as the year goes on. Maybe a Dominican flag. Not the cart.
No.
Not the shopping cart.
No cart. I think they'll have one. I think Verdugo and Soto will be leading that. That committee, and you'll have Judge in there, of course, because he hits a lot of them too. But I think they'll cook up something. Listen, the Yankees didn't have pie in the faces. They didn't have none of that until A.J. Burnett and Nick Swisher got here in 2009. And what happened? You need to have a mixed clubhouse. You need to have guys that lift the pressure off, that make jokes, that are here, that are active. That no matter what the score is, they're always active. I don't want to hear you guys also when the Yankees are losing 10-2. Why is Soto smiling? Let's take that out of the conversation right from get. Stay who you are in the great times and the bad times, because when October comes and the season's on the line, you're gonna need that. I saw and I recommend everybody see it.
Cupcake celebration. That was good, Patrick.
Oh my god. No more cupcakes either. I was gonna say, listen, I don't know if you've seen it, Mario, Yogi Berra's documentary on Netflix, Ain't Over. Have you seen it?
I have not.
I recommend
I'll
you
check
watch
that
it.
out. I'll check that out.
He says in the World Series, when he came out to speak to Larson, he said, "What are you having for dinner tonight?" That was the question in a perfect game in the World Series. That was the question that he asked him. Again, this you have to be able to lift that pressure off. Some guys are going to have more pressure than others, but adding Soto to this lineup for me makes a complete difference. I think that guy was born to play in those moments, and he wants to play in those moments.
100%.
And you're going to see a completely different. And again, when you have a guy like that, he can definitely switch the flip the switch on that clubhouse.
I'm reading the chat,
lineup.
man. The chat's undefeated, bro. People's telling us about this, man. I'm trying to read the chat and do both. Listen to you, Kevin, but man, you guys are the
No, you're
best,
good. The
bro.
chat's lit right now. My guy Carlos. Shout out to Carlos and Yankees Farm. Yeah,
Snorting a lobo, Dios mío. Ay, Dios
no,
mío.
así no, eso no.
Está pasado, bro. Está pasado, but
I don't know, but it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be lit. Or gas. How do you say it, Mary?
yeah, gas, man. It's gonna be gas. It's gonna be fun. 100%, man. I'm excited for this year. Need some starting pitching though, Kev. Can we get a starter before the new year, possibly?
And can we get Rodon from 2022?
That would be cool too.
I mean, listen, either Bieber, Burns, or Dylan Cease, I think will make a huge impact in that starting rotation. But if the Yankees land Cease, and remember, guys, Bieber and Matt Blake, I think you'll see a much better Bieber with Matt Blake. That's his guy. I see you laughing in the chat. I don't
the chat.
I'm gonna look at
lines of adobo in the dugout. Sign me the fuck up, Francis.
Adobo might be the Yankees' new patch. The Adobo might be the Sazon Goya might be the new patch for the New York Yankees. You don't know.
Instead of the star insurance.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Listen, those guys will make a huge difference in that starting rotation. I would love Cease. That would be if they told me you pick one and it would happen, I would pick Cease. But yeah, I can definitely see Bieber or Burns in there too.
Yeah, one more thing, Kevin, before we get off. I see Rich in there saying gloves Kevin shirt if you guys want.
Oh yeah.
The merch. My shirt's not showing, but got the same one as Kevin and Gray. I'm sure they'll.
Yes. Can we put that on the chat? Man. The link will be on the chat
dale.
shortly. Yes. But yeah, any last words, Mario, before we one more thing. I do want to say, guys, Pete's mentioned it as well. The April 20th, we will be there at the event for NYYU.
100%.
The tickets are about to come with the new year for you, those who have it, and we'll definitely let you know when the other 80 plus tickets are available, so you can join us there. That's going to be huge. We're also going to be in spring training, Mario. Let the people know we're going to be in Tampa from the 8th to the 12th, 8th to the 13th,
7th to the 12th.
There you go, 7th to the 12th. Mario's
7th to the 12th. We'll be yeah. No, we'll be down there. It's gonna be exciting, guys. Definitely
all of us.
Yeah, get down there if you guys can get down.
A lot
there,
of behind
the scenes.
Fun. A lot of behind the scenes live. We're gonna have a live podcast. We're gonna be live from the stadium, from George Steinbrenner Stadium. So it's gonna be fun. If you're out there in Tampa, or if you're the part of Miami and you're a Yankee fan, I recommend spring training 100%. Come see us in the weekend, man. We'll be out there. We'll have some fun, talk Yankees, and yeah, man. Ya tu sabes.
Michelino super chat. Maybe the Yankees wear the Yankee Doodle hat like the one on their own logo for their home run celebrations.
I'm down with that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like a hat, something simple. I'm a very simple guy, man.
I like that.
I like it.
I mess with it.
You can't get hurt with the Yankee Doodle hat celebration. There can be no injuries.
By the way, guys, I mean, I've always said this when I get a chance. That's one of the best logos, if not the best logo.
Oh my god!
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The best.
But yeah, Mario. Just shout out to the chat one more time, guys. Thank you again. We have 312 still watching. Please smack that like, hit that sub. We're gonna be on a lot more. We have designated spitters, the OGs tomorrow at 5 P. I know you're on there. Put the time frame for the designated spitters. We got grandmas. Be careful tomorrow because Francis will be back. Bata maquillado el tipo. He's gonna be lotioned up and he's gonna have his cologne on.
Oh my god, bro! Pass out, man. Don't scare the chat away. But
5 p.m. tomorrow, designated spitters. I'll definitely be in the chat. Happy New Year. I can't wait for this year. I think it's gonna be a huge year for the Yankees. Regardless, let's wake up Cashman. We're giving them a little extra days because it's New Year's Eve weekend. But thank you guys again, Mario. Take us home there, chat.
Man, thank you guys. Yo, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We appreciate you guys, man, being with us for the first show. Didn't want to go over an hour, so we just got it on time. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Bronx Nothing. We'll be back soon. Happy New Year's, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Happy New Year and Merry
Mwah.
Christmas. And
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah.
Hey, look, top floor lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up.